speed finding all of the items needed.
And it looks like we're already off.
So yeah, only piece of heart in the sanctuary, and also some good old arrows in Link's.
It looks like we have a crystal at Eastern Palace, one at Desert Palace, and a blue pendant at Hera.
Yes, and we are seeing Mr. Scoffy Ninja doing what a lot of people love to do in the beginning, going up, taking that triple, and doing basically Uncle, and yeah, why not? While Pelskafpa does the other normal thing, going over taking Lumberjack.
Then we got a blue mail from the Uncle chest here, and on Uncle we have 20 rupees.
And just a piece of heart on the library, on Lumberjack, so we're not gonna do Aga for that at least.
Yeah, well, I don't think we would do that either way, so.
Yeah.
Got a blue rupee drop here from the bush crab, so that's pretty good to get some rupees before going into Kakariko.
Yeah, whenever you don't have a lot of bombs, nice red cane, you really want to get up those rupees so that it becomes a little bit easier on you. Someone should call Phantom Rio because that's gotta be the cane!
Red cane, we can do a lot of stuff with that one right now. We can like use it. We actually have a weapon for. We can do escape if we want to. We can mini Molar cave when we got bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. Minimodom is just such an interesting cave because there's so many different ways to tackle it early on, but it almost seems like none of them are good. Red Cane though is pretty interesting because of just how vulnerable the Minimortals are and are quite easy to use against them as well.
Yeah, definitely. Don't Plasma Cover might do escape now since he has full magic and Kane Mario.
Yeah, that is a fair assessment. And with that blue mail also, he will have good enough defenses so that he will be able to at least tank a few of hits. If you have been watching the standard, Red Cane is one of the more hype weapons you can get in that game mode.
It's a lot easier to farm enemies with Kane and Samari, at least, if you're doing standard.
Yeah, certainly. And Mr. Scruffy is gonna be the first one here into Kakariko. He is gonna go for what is basically the praying strat, where you're hoping to get bombs in any of these chests up here.
It feels like there's like always at least 3 bombs in these chests since the version 31.
Yeah, and if not, there will certainly be rupees so you can buy some. But yeah, a lot of rupees and some bombs. Why not? And a wonderful lamp as well. That's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, no dark rooms today at least.
Yeah, with how much we have seen out of the tournaments where we barely see people actually needing the lamp, seeing the lamp in one of the dailies is quite. So, yeah, after Kakariko, well done. 10 arrows.
Ooh. Yeah, you don't want to see the cave right after you got lamp.
Yeah. It might answer some people's prayers, but not from the players.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, absolutely. So apparently the bottom merchant is running a dating organization.
It looks like it. The front of escape got nothing at all for Plasma Kappa.
That is a little bit unfortunate, and looks like Plasma Kappa actually is gonna head over to Eastern. I do love one thing he's doing here. He's saying, I want to have something that is gonna be used in Kakariko before going to Kakariko. However, if you don't find it, and everything is in Kakariko, then you're gonna lose something on it. But it looks like now, except for that lamp, there's nothing really in Kakariko that you want.
I mean, we do want the cape, right?
Not when we have the lamp.
Oh, right.
And looks like Mr. Scruff and Ninja is gonna just go ahead and do a race game blind.
I like that actually, doing the race game blind, because we didn't really pick up anything in Kakariko, so there might be something here.
Yeah.
Or not.
But at least we have our first sword and the Master Shovel in Eastern. Ooh, that is a little bit interesting. We basically have Dark World access already.
Yeah, and not the way the runners want.
Certainly not. And I think it's a little bit unfortunate here that Ninja is already going for the castle, because he will have to come back later after they've been to Eastern. If he wanna go south so first, and then into Eastern, then he would only have the castle left, which would would just tie everything together directly.
Good thing that Plasma Kappa did not go to Kakariko finding that bottle here in the dam.
And that is at least a little bit advantage compared to Ninja at the moment. And yeah, and we have 50 rupees that is on damp money today.
A little bit unfortunate for Plasma Kappa not having all the rupees from Kakariko going down here to start the show. Won't be able to
absolutely.
check out Sora if he wants to.
Yeah, and even then, a lot of people would even then wait until at least have Moon Pearl or Boost before going up to Sora, because that would give them the option to be able to do a Waterfall Cave.
Nice magic drop there from one of the Moldworms.
Yeah, absolutely. So generally, the strats I have seen when it comes to Red Cane is that you want to use a block first to kill one in the middle, then throw it over, pop it once, and throw another one back. But continue here. Hookshot, bow! We got a D!
And it looks like we can finish out Eastern Palace. The
That is
whole entire
really
dungeon
nice.
is in logic.
Yeah, and considering that one is one of the crystals here, that is gonna be really nice.
And Mr. Scruff needs to be very careful.
He is perfectly set up for the Death Warp, so he can take the tubers. And with the fact that he's having that lamp, if he gets a small key in the Nexus, he could just run all the way back.
See if that shovel is going to lead us to... Okay.
Ooh. Not necessarily opening up anything at the moment, but if we would find that glove here in the escape sequence or in Eastern Palace, then running up the mountain would be a very, very valuable option.
Or if you want to go and do Aghanim already, you can just use the mirror if there's nothing on the pyramid, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, small key. So there's one other strat that Mr. Scruffy could have done here, and that was that stealing the key from the first Gardener's escape sequence, because he would get the other key at the back of escape if it wouldn't have been in front or in the dark room. So you just make sure you get everything done at the same time. The things at the back may not be in logic, but they are gonna be at some point.
Let's see. Do you think there will be any good items here? I think we're going to get the map at least, if I did count the items.
Yeah, the map, and I think one of the gloves.
Ooh, flippers. And flutes.
Ooh. Well, that's the other way to get up the mountain.
We got a lot of access up on the mountain. We can even do, well, at least Plasma Kappa can do it when he is going to do the escape. He can do Herod, but that's penance. You don't want to touch that, right?
And it's just one other thing as well. Mr. Graffinino has not been to Southshore yet. He will be able to just rush through Southshore so much after activating this flute. And he will get he'll get the hookshot, he will get the mirror, and then it's basically just off for up the mountain and starting doing everything up there. This is working out really nicely for him. Well, the flute has been tuned and the goose is loose.
Let's see where Scruff is going. The mountain.
Wasn't it?
Okay. I mean, he will get the knowledge here, but with that hookshot in South Shore, that's like you're saying, it's a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I can understand his like thinking process here. He wants to make sure he has 500 before going over to South Shore so that he can just do everything in one fell swoop over there. It's just unfortunate that he might not find it here. We know that there's 50 rupees on the dam, which will absolutely help him forwards that objective. But yeah.
Needs to be careful here with all the cabbages falling down from the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. If only more people did Hula Hand at the start, and we wouldn't have this problem.
Ooh, we're going to get the splash deletion here from Plasma Kappa.
And perfectly executed as well. And it's a nice way for Plasma Kappa to also get back over here. Over to Iceward Cape because he decided to skip out on that one earlier. And I like here that Ninja is actually going over to the desert and checking what's on Desert Ledge because it's so many of these seeds. That has been something.
Yeah, and also just Agina's Cave here. It's just one of those places that if you have... Oh boy. We got the Master Sword from Iceward Cave.
That is even more indication that this might be an Agaseed.
But the Agina's Cave, you like if you have the flute early on or the boots, you will check it out real fast. But it's just one of those locations you don't want to go to.
Yeah, certainly.
But this really feels like an Aghanim seed.
It certainly does. We are gonna see Tuna now heading over to South Shore, fluting to 7. Yeah, Plasma Kappa heading over to finish off Eastern Palace.
Makes sense. You can clear it out, and we are still lacking some items. And Plasma Kappa have not been to the back of Escape, so it's going to take me a while, unless there's a glove here, of course.
I'm gonna say this is either gonna be on mountain or here if we really want to be able to skip having to do the Aga play. Did we miss what was on Sikid? Actually, I missed that.
I don't think we actually checked Sikid yet. Or I don't know. Maybe we did.
If we did, the Plasma Kappa, did we miss it? But hasn't Plasma Kappa already been to Sahashala? I see a
Oh,
lot of people
yes,
saying that he
yeah.
skipped it.
Oh, then he skipped it. Well, he got his first sword for Sarashla, but Sick Kid, I don't actually know if he's checked out.
Yeah. And yeah, both Susavada and the sword was over there. So don't worry, folks, don't worry. Plasma Kappa did not forget about Sahashala.
This is going to be a little bit unfortunate for Mr. Scruff finding that hookshot here right now when he's already been to the mountain.
Hey, it's better late than never. Yeah, is he going 8-1?
Go and check out Sick Kid.
Okay, so at least I'm gonna get confirmation here what it was.
Okay, what's just total garbage.
Well, the lunch money has been stolen. Let's run away. Or float away in this case.
And up the mountain we go again.
You just like the Grinch.
Well, Scruff was never at the, never checked out the Ice Road Cave, right?
I don't believe he did.
Well, for him, this is kind of good right now because he doesn't know where the swords are, so he's going to be able to put off Aghanim until he's done these two checks. So
Yeah, and the fact that going here before heading over and doing all the Sora stuff to get those last set of rupees.
and it looks like we found all the items in Eastern Palace.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, there's the first glove.
Okay, 2 items
So
away
that-
from having to skip Aga.
So that flute was you had to go through the whole escape parts like Scruff did earlier to get your access up here.
Well, we have not seen the Sora checks yet, but it's
There's
probably
a
gonna be.
Moonbro.
Ooh. Okay, things suddenly got real fast here.
And Bambus. So we're one item away from skipping out an item, and that's the hammer. Or, I mean, the mitts, of course, but
I wouldn't be surprised if any of them are in Hera, and the fact that the ninja does not have mirror right now might be a little bit sad.
I was just about going to ask you, where was the mirror now again, and we actually used the shovel for that.
Yeah.
Plasma Kappa with the first blood, first crystal down, and Eastern Palace was nothing more than a crystal.
Yeah. But yeah, very nice quick kill. Also very nice for Scruffy. He's able to just find all of the items so far. Finding that Moon Pearl and that glove. The Moon Pearl, you could see kind of like, okay, we have everything for Aga now. We will not be stuck. We have the glove. We have the hookshot. We can even do a lot of it in pod, or we can just head over to the left side. And looking at what Plasma Kappa is doing, he might be thinking of doing Aga.
Then that is going to be very... I mean, he's going to go to the back of Escape first, but what will he do? Will he go up to the mountain, or will he do Aghanim first?
Just because of how much the flute unlocks, I wouldn't be surprised if we went to Aga now.
And for Mr. Scruff, he just realized this might be an Aghanim seed because I just picked up my first sword, so...
Yeah, going in here, picking up those extra rupees so that he can do the Sora 6. barely see the sprite when you're swimming in that. When you're swimming, apparently.
What is even the sprite when the Goomba is like swimming? It looks weird.
I kinda have to assume it is one of those snorkels.
Yeah, because it looks like a little hand going up, but it might be just what you said.
It's probably just a bamboo stick or a tube or something to so you can beef underneath the water.
Hey, there's red mail on Hobo.
Woohoo!
I mean, that's pretty good red mail if you need to do Aghanim with like 5 hearts.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no Lake Hylia today either. Okay then, what is in Waterfall Cave?
I mean, for our runners, I really hope it's the hammer or the mid, so we get Dark Roll access.
Yeah, even more
But hey,
more rupees there for the Sora. So it's probably gonna be a scam then because of how much rupees they have picked up.
I mean, if there's nothing here on Sora, this is an Aghanim seed.
Yeah. But I would expect Scruffy to take over in the eastern area before going, at least Exasla before going into Aga.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He got at least 6 more chests to find a hammer, so...
Yeah.
Well... I mean, okay, so Plasma Cup I can actually check out Hera as well, so we got some few more checks, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, and a very horrible thing here can happen for Ninja. Imagine this. Ninja goes over, do Shahasada, do Eastern, and have only Shovel. And he might be trying to say that, okay, there's not gonna be anything on Shovel, I'm gonna do Aga. And then he not doing Hera because of that.
Yeah, that could be very awful.
But yeah, a little bit of a linear progression so far.
I mean, even if it is an Aghanim seed, this is... they got a lot of items going into Dark Roll, no matter what.
At least that is nice. So are we gonna try to predict that the hammer is gonna be in pod or something?
I mean, if this would be an Aghanim seed, I mean, like, there's like always a hammer in pod, right?
Yeah, certainly. A lot of races have been determined if you're willing to do that early pod dip.
And since we already have the hammer, it's not that big of a time loss if the hammer is in there, so... I mean, even if the hammer is not inside of pod, there's like always two items that's good in pod.
Yeah. And today also here looking a bit of what we have seen. It is gonna be the Resident Sleeper Cave. Is the name for Spiral today.
Yeah, no boots today, so going through the whole like cave instead of running around, it's just so painful.
Yeah. So Ninja, they did not get the fast cycle. I'm itching to see Hera now. Come on, Plasma, quicker.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be something in here. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, in this daily there's always something in at least one of the pendants.
Yeah, and especially when it's fast cannon, it's so rare that you actually see one of those Aghanim seeds in a fast cannon. There's like always some location that you find what you need for the Dark World access.
Yeah, certainly.
But it looks like you have to wait and see Hera for a while, since Plasma Cup is going to check out Sora as well.
I mean, it's not a bad choice. He just finished the E side, fluting, had to flute, so why not check this then? You did find the progression of it up there, so. Well, both of our runners is gonna look stylish today. Not getting the quick kill, but getting the kill nonetheless. Ruffy Ninja Tuna also gets his first crystal.
First crystal of Scruff, and they're pretty like they've done like the same checks right now. It's just that Scruff haven't checked the back of Sarashala's closet and getting that mirror.
Yeah.
So they are kind of running out of options here now.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Green Palace is Swamp Palace.
Ooh, then there's gonna be something there.
It feels like it, but what is it going to be? Because that's a good question right now.
Yeah, with the fact that we already know two dependents, then it is very likely right now that Turtle Rock is gonna be a crystal.
Looks like Scruff is going for Shovel Spot, so this gives Scruff.
We have some golden guards as well.
And Plasma Cup are going to the mountains, so this might be the hero play, right? Yeah, it is.
It can have to be. For what I know, Plasma Kappa only has Agina left.
Yeah, you don't want to do Agina right now.
Yeah, Agina is also one of those locations which just gets forgotten about in a lot of cases. Pretty neck and neck, all things considered.
The only thing that Scruff has an advantage over is that the Scruff checked out the desert area.
Okay, second
Thieves Town is
Seaton.
dependent.
Yeah, 5-6 Pod and Meyer, so they're gonna need both of the rods to be able to finish this one. And so approximately 5 or 6 items away from go mode.
So that means that Fire Rod and Ice Rod is going to be on left side swamp, right?
Yeah, probably. We have a validation rupee on top of Spectacle Rock and just a piece of heart inside of the first chest. Do you think we're gonna see a Herapot?
I think Plasma Kappa will do it. Pretty sure about it.
I don't really like it when you're doing it when you have a small key. But he's gonna do it nonetheless.
Looks like Scruff is going to do the exact same thing as well.
There's no bad thing about doing Herapot, but you are gonna have to then just hope that there's not gonna be anything in a big chest. And we have already seen in a few of the dailies that this play has basically ruined a few of the races because of that.
It's always a big gamble to do it, but I mean, dailies are for gambling, right?
Yeah, certainly.
So Scruff didn't manage to do the parapod going down to the big chest, so this might pay off for Scruff.
It all depends on what the Molon has here. There's still one item left, one item and one compass. One of them could be walking away here very nice.
Very nice spin slashes for spin attacks from Plasma Kappa here on Moldor.
No! The item is in the big chest! Is Plasma Kappa going back in?
Well, I hope he does, because this could be real bad if there's something that you need and you go to item instead.
Just imagine if there's a hammer there. He goes back in.
I think that's like the best thing Plasma Kappa can do right now. I think it would be like hurt him more not doing it, and then you like go and think about what did I miss in that chest.
Yeah. So just looking at the trackers here and thinking what could be there that could maybe not remove Aga, but slow it down a bit or lead the progression to skipping Aga. The thing is, it could be mids, it could... Yeah, that would just say, no, it's not Aga anymore. But I'm talking about the other items, which would maybe have a progression to skipping Aga. So that would be mushroom, powder, boots,
or
maybe
3
even
bombs.
the book. Yeah, that too. Okay, so...
This is confirmed Aghanim Seed.
Yeah, it is. A very late one because of just how much stuff got unlocked.
I don't want to be like that, but I know chat always loves, you know, pedestal seeds, and if you look at the stuff we need for clearing out our pendants, we are really pretty close to do that as well.
Yeah, and just looking at them actually, we only need one more item for it to actually be before we be able to pull the ped.
Yeah, and that's that hammer, so it could be a thing this time around.
Yeah, and that is scary to be honest. Both runners running up there. Plasma Kappa a little bit ahead at the moment.
6 hearts and red mail, this should be pretty okay. This during the agate line.
Yeah. So Plasma Kappa enters on 21. And 31, so 10 seconds between them. It almost feels like we're watching a tournament match, to be honest, because of this.
I mean, it's pretty much like that, because 2 runners, and they're like neck and neck, and there's nothing they can do right now.
Yeah. So opening up the opening up the raid chat here a little bit quick. There are 4 other racers also in this one, so we are not only watching these guys. I'm keeping a steady eye because there is not a lot of people on the race today.
It's the holidays, and I think a lot of people are just tired after the big tournament. Need to catch a break here and come back stronger for the bracket stage.
Yep, in both of the tournaments, to be honest.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah, both the main tournament and also the Challenge Cup going on at the same time. It is pretty exhausting.
And there's too much random these days, so...
And not to
Need to
mention
recover a
that,
little bit.
not to mention that the league is happening also later on in start of the next year, which is also gonna be another long battle.
I think it's pretty even between these two. Same amount of seconds between them.
Yeah.
So here comes the fun part. How many blue balls do you think Agden will give our runners today?
I'm gonna say 4.
I think 2. I think it's going to be nice because we're like 36 minutes in.
We're having a big difference looking in the chat here. We have like no middle ground. We have only the top end or bottom end.
I mean, of course, the viewers want our runners to suffer a little bit more, right? I mean, it is fast cannon, but
Yeah. This is Ninja playing the song of his people.
there's one blue ball.
Ha, 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 ha. 2 blue balls. Ha, 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 ha. 3 blue balls. Ha, 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 ha. Four blue balls. Ha, 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 ha. This is a lot of blue balls.
It is a little bit too many right now for our runners.
Yeah, we're already on 5. And both our runners are actually gonna start being a little bit careful because they're starting to get a little bit low on health.
It's cool. They have a fair in the bottle.
Would you have to use it on this though?
I mean, no, not really.
Yep. But yeah, Plasma Kappa and the Ninja both do it.
Jump down to Ganon.
Yeah, and it was 5 that was victorious in this one. And the heart container on the ledge. And Tuna is not gonna pick it up.
So
Plasma is not
Hammer
gonna
and
pick it
Cloud.
up. Tuna is. Doesn't look like Kappa is gonna do that. He's gonna go up and pay a visit to our friendly neighborhood catfish.
Looks like Scrap is going for the pod play at least.
It's a bit of diversions. I do like the fact that Plasma Kappa is doing this because Catfish is one of those places which easily gets forgotten.
I mean, I've seen a few of these like dailies or tournament matches when there's been a hammer on Catfish and not in pod, so
Yeah.
this could be good. Or like real bad.
Yeah. You're just one of those two, not both at the same time. At least Catfish loved that we came to visit.
Yeah. So this might be for Plasma Kappa, this might be the graveyard ledge check into Village of Outcast, right?
Wouldn't be so surprised with it. There's one thing that's very nice with this route is that you remove places that people tend to play off until very late. The hold off run.
Hey, it's a bow locked pod, but since we already had a bow really early on, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, and it looks like Ninja is gonna do one of those death warps at the back here. Why not?
No, I don't think he's got Death Warp. I think since he has the mirror, he's going to do that instead.
Yeah, that's probably smarter.
I mean, unless the hammer is on this side.
Yeah, that would be really, really ugly though.
Hey, look at that, we got powder on the graveyard ledge.
Cool. Only need hammer and we can do Batcave. Or Titans, one of the two. So just a bunch of small keys. That means that the two assists in front of us here is both gonna be small keys as well. It is truly a mullet pod today.
Let's see, is there anything here on the bump ledge? There is rubies, I guess.
Aw. One thing that I like about Platinum Kappa's route here is that he's gonna found a lot of stuff though.
He's going to find a lot of stuff a little bit faster than Scrub is going to do here in Pod, but he's going to even out pretty fast.
Yeah. Sea House has been one of those ones where you don't expect anything to be, but suddenly there is.
And that is true, but today it was just a piece of heart.
A piece of art, rather, in this case.
Yeah.
But yeah, a truly mullet pod. Keys in the front and the pod in the back.
There's the Titans in the brewery.
That actually opened up a pretty interesting scenario. We could see Plasma Kappa after possibly second Chief down, might just decide to do that world tour of Dark World.
Blue Cane and Ether Medallion in Bod.
Yeah, and that's also a very good point. Those myths open up Batcave as well.
It sure does.
And even funnier, as another one points out, Hammer could be in ice right now.
Whoa,
we know.
disgusting.
Yeah. There we are, onto the maze. And yeah, those are one of the pots you can't hookshot. I'm really irritated with those things.
It always catches me off guard. Like I'm trying to hook myself into it, and it's like not responding, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
No hammer and pod today.
Yep. Ninja is out of there.
So I guess for Plasma Kappa that could be a good thing unless you need Ether Medallion like Mystery Mire, because we can enter Mystery Mire now, depending on the medallion.
Yeah. So we are gonna see Plasma Kappa doing the digging game first, and then possibly go back up and get the Medaya.
I mean, he can even get the purple chest since he has the mirror, so...
Yeah, that is true. However, that would force him to have to go back if he wants to do the others. There are other things there, and it would either be that he would have to leave Batcave behind, and it's no good way here to say you want to do this.
I mean, unless you get the hammer from the blacksmith, right?
Yeah, that is true. So probably how you should do this: take Medaya, do the world tour, save and do the save and quit. Quit before you go and turn in your Medaya. You go over and go back to the Dark World, pick up the purple chest, and then go into Batcave with the mirror, because you can just save and quit later on and be basically next to desert. But yeah, it's really hard to say which is the right route here.
And the blacksmith gives us vanilla temper sword.
Yeah, for once. at least those 10 rupees is gonna be worth it.
Looks like Plasma Cup is going to wait with the magic pad today.
It is understandable. There's a lot of stuff left in down here. He has Stumpy, he has K45, the supposed hype cave, and of course the possessed. But I do like what he's doing here. If he finds the hammer, he could wager going over to Swamp Palace.
I mean, if you get the hammer here, I think you would go into Swamp Palace. It's green pendant and all that, so, and we're lacking a lot of items.
At the same time, though, you got so much of the crystal palaces than beatable.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can do like Ice Palace, but it's Ice Palace. Who wants to do that, right?
It makes so that he can go ahead and beat Pod. He can right now get into Desert Palace. He can beat, as you said, Ice Palace. But we also need to 1 point sake. What do we need to enter Turtle Rock? And you can even head over to the Maya area and secure that one.
So we turned in the purple chest and we got 300 rupees.
Yeah.
It would be so fun if Plasma Cappy just checked the first chest of Swamp Palace and found the hammer.
That would be a little bit funny, yeah.
₹20 from the NPC here in Hype Cave, and we got silvers, 20 rupees, piece of heart, and hammer. I would say the routing Plasma Kappa did was real paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna have to do those valuations in your head. Do I want to go to Pod or do I want to take the other stuff? And right now, taking other stuff was better.
I would say Hype K was a 9 out of 10 because of silver arrows and the hammer today.
Yeah, 9 out of 10. And with the fact that we do have bacon, it's gonna be really quick Ganon today.
I mean, it is fast Ganon after all, so it better be quick, right?
Yeah.
So this is good for Plasma Kappa, being able to go in, get your Ether Medallion here. So you got both Bombos and Ether Medallion going to my area.
Yeah. Oh, cool! I was able to get the speed high 5 by the points.
Speed high 5.
Yeah, that icon that you can unlock with the stream points.
I like that Scruff is checking out front of Skullwoods here. You might find something you need later on.
I still remember my first seed actually. In my first seed it was a vanilla fire rod. And that was the last location for that. I basically forfeited after it.
I would be surprised. A bunch of small keys here in the game. We already got 3 small keys here.
I heard of Mullet Pod, but you don't get to see Mullet Skullwoods often.
Not that often, no. That's pretty rare, I would say.
Yeah, at least we got one of the items, which was the red rupee.
So for Plasma Cup, it is nice. When you're done with this dungeon, you can just go to the next Crystal Dungeon and finish out that one.
Yeah.
I would say that he might go to and check out my area since this is 5-6 Crystal.
That would be fair, yeah. And in... Okay, so choosing to use Mirror there, he could have just ran around. He was going to have to open this door here otherwise, but he could have done a little bit more funnier route.
But then you need to walk a lot.
I don't think someone would be hammering on you down if you choose to walk a distance when you're trying to save the world. I think that would be a more heroic scene.
True, true. How many items did we get from Thieves Town earlier? It was like 2 or 3, right?
I think so, yeah. But yeah, how much of Chieftain is Ninja gonna do at this point?
Probably not that much since we got the small key in the beginning and we're not having a hammer yet.
Yeah, that is a little bit of an irritating experience.
Okay, so we got a small key and a map and the big key, so there's like 1 item if I remember it correctly.
Yeah. So, looking at our stuff now that we have gotten a few more here, we are possibly 4, possibly 3, or 2 items away from go mode.
I think we're like 2 items away from go mode. I think it's just the rods. I don't think the boots are required for this one.
Don't think boots are required for desert?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's one of those seeds that you will not find the boots, and it's just going to be so painful to walk.
Daddy, how did you save the world again? I walked. I didn't run, I walked.
Pretty much like that, yeah. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Scruff is continuing with Thieves Town right now.
Yeah, for all he know, there could be something in the big chest. It's not like he got 3 items in the beginning, or he got 1 item, 1 big key, and the other 2 dungeon items. No, there's high chance there's something in the chest.
Yep, there's...
Especially with that compass.
Yep. I mean, Scruff could be lucky here and get like a fire rod, because it's going to take a while for Plasma Kappa to go back.
Yeah. So you're a little bit of a waiting here. Yeah, what game next year are you most excited about?
What game?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Any games that is gonna be released next year, do you look forward to?
I'm looking forward to the next release of the next like V32 of ALTTP Randomizers.
Of course.
Is that legit? Right? That's
Sure. I was gonna say Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh, right.
It might not be released next year, but still.
No, but seriously, since we're just waiting here, make sure you check out Plasma Kappa and Scruff Ninja Tuna. Both amazing runners putting up some good quality content here for you guys, and of course our tracker, Rallen Tank here.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, with that, Helmasaur and is forbidden and blind has been started. And Tuna was not able to stay on the script today. But gets the pennant nonetheless.
And
Another
a
fairy.
second bottle.
Yeah.
We got all the safeties in the world now.
Yeah. Just a few more bottles and we have all of them.
This is going to be interesting. Where is Plasma Kappa going? As I expected, Mire area.
Yeah, it's just gonna take the desert ledge a little bit quickly before heading in.
I mean, this makes sense because you can check out desert, but you can also clear out Mire, which is one of the 5-6 crystals, and we already got one, so there could be something at Pyramid Ferry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, we need so 3 items from Go mode. Yeah, the Quackmire. And do you know what happens if you try to use Quake when the bird is following you there?
I don't remember because it was a while since I tried it out.
Nothing happens. The bird still continues to fly around during the cutscene and will damage you.
Oh boy. Imagine if you died during the cutscene.
Yeah, that is one big fear when you're doing the one-hit KO. Because you are defenseless, you can do nothing about it.
Oops. And we have a boots locked desert.
I'd say there was gonna be 4 items to Go mode.
Unless the boots is here, right? Okay, it's not.
It would still be a bootlock desert, even if it was there.
I mean, you could still just go and beat the boss, right? And then you
Sure.
realize, and then you realize the boot, like the fire rod, is on the locked part. So
Yeah. So Scruffy Ninja's doing some frustration here with the fact that he found a hammer after Thief Town.
yeah, it's not a nice feeling when you find the hammer inside a hype cave because you really need to go through the whole world.
Oh. Tuna is fully sold on the ped seed.
Let's do this. I mean,
Yeah.
going into I mean, when you already have all the stuff going to and you're right next to Swamp Palace, and you're like, you're missing like at least 4 items. It's just better to go and dip into Swamp Palace.
Yeah. So I see a message in the chat. The hammer is good, but he wanted a hammer for Thief Town because he had to leave one item in there because he didn't have the hammer. So that is why we're seeing those frustration slashes. Oh, look at here, Plasma Kappa. You're saying, okay, I might not be able to go with Ice Palace, but I'm gonna do Ice Palace because there's gonna be something in there and I'm gonna get it.
And honestly, how many times haven't we like seen like a fire rod being locked by a Bombos medallion? Like you need to do Bombos Ice Palace to find your fire rod.
Too many times.
Or I mean, I did say that fire rod was going to be on the left side of Swamp Palace, but I mean, I was still close enough, right?
Well, it was on the left side of that hallway.
Well, dipping Swamp Palace was a good play from Scruff. Like, just going straight for... Oh, well, okay.
What are those?
Okay. Interesting.
Alright, this seed just kicked up a notch.
we unlocked a few stuff here.
Okay then.
So Ice Rod on Laser Bridge again.
Very possible. It's vanilla. It is its vanilla location, Kappa. But yeah, what sprite is that Plasma Kappa actually uses? I don't recognize it.
I don't know either. I haven't seen this sprite before.
It's something. It looks like Aladdin.
Do you go left side Swamp Palace now, or you just skip out on left side Swamp?
Considering that he have really only 5 items? No, you skip. And wait until you're in the back.
I mean, imagine if Scruff finds the Ice Rod as well here. That would be like cool, right?
It would be like the seed giving him, trying to say, please forgive me, it was not me. I didn't put them there, it was the algorithm.
Big key and a map.
Oh, we're gonna get the stair boss.
The true boss of this game.
Nope! 1-0 to the stair boss. I actually got the stair boss at another location the other day than in Swamp.
Looks like... By the way, it looks like Plasma Kappa just found boots and is going to say no to the other chests.
Ooh. That is quite a gamble.
Yeah.
And it comes back to that rule I always play with. Never half commit stuff. 9 out of 10 times. It's gonna work out bad for you. There's so much stuff we still need in the seed.
Now you need the Quake Medallion, Fire... Well, we know where the Fire Rod is, but you also need that Ice Rod as well.
Yeah. But yeah, we are with that map. Tuna is just deciding that I'm gonna go ahead and just do left side.
I mean, for Scruff, this is good either way, because Scruff has one advantage Plasma Kappa doesn't have, and that's that Fire Rod.
Yeah.
And since Plasma Kappa just got those boots, Plasma Kappa can go and check out Desert and beat Desert now, but he also unlocked a lot of boot locations.
Yeah. Are we gonna see a lumberjack? Or is he doing this just because he wanted to check the boost locations? Ah, okay.
Scruff did a good choice here. Go and check out left side Swamp before going and beating Argus. I mean, there was just bad items in left side Swamp, but now you can just relax and not think about died 2 items.
Yeah, in his mind, he's already left so much behind. Quack!
Ooh, wow.
Okay, so the natural progression of the seed is going to ice. And then go use the boost to get the quack. And check Swamp maybe off the Myodon? Is that what the seed expects us to do?
That is a good question.
Alright, 1 item from Go mode. Is this gonna be that Ice Rod on Laser Bridge or on Pet?
I really hope it's on Ped right now, because since Scruff has already done all the other pendants, I really hope it's like paying off.
And has been really easy pendants as well. Use some of these easy pendants, it is gonna be the last item on Ped. for this being a possible Aga pet seed, it has very quick potentials.
It's not been a bad seed for it. It's been pretty linear, unless you skipped out on Swamp Palace earlier to get that Fire Rod.
Yeah. Oi, you mighties! It's Argus!
Oh, Scruff never did the Smith play, so he only has Master Sword.
Yeah, gonna have to rely on those beans.
He's doing a really good job with those spins.
Yeah, the spins on Argus is not the easiest, because you don't have a lot of time to execute those spins. And he's losing to do the silvers on phase 2. Perfect hit. Yeah, with that, Ninja is pet ready, and it's gonna be an amazing also. I would quite like actually here that Fire was in Swamp. Want to know why?
Yeah, sure.
He has the mirror. He can just dupe head off the doing Skull Boots.
I mean, I really hope he does head now. Like,
Well, he's gonna go to the
Please.
back of Skull Boots either way, so why not just do that after?
oh yeah, right. I totally forgot about that Fire Rod. Like, I was like what? It's going to just go. Oh right.
And yeah, this is gonna be a blind one because you're not seeing that yet. At the same time, though, I have not seen Plasma at all at the back of Desert here. He went through that one pretty quickly, getting his 4th crystal.
Plasma Kappa has a huge lead in crystals over Scruff, but one play for Scruff really paid off, and that was that Fire Rod and Swamp.
Yeah.
I mean, if Scruff is going to pull the pedestal, I would say that's the true definition of a winner, right?
It would also be the true definition of a daily race.
I mean, if this is like an Ice Rod here, Scruff has played this super well.
Yeah. I do also like this going here because it is one of the 5-6 crystals as well. But Plasma Kappa is dipping into Mire.
Yeah. I mean, you have everything to finish out. You're looking for 2 items. Those 2 items could have been here, but we know one of them is not in Mire.
And unfortunately, if we have to do the Firelock portion, it's gonna be the slow one because he only has the lamp, not the Fire Rod.
Yeah.
The slow beam makes this room very quick in Mire. But that's all the Fire Rod shots, so it's gonna have to rely on those pins now. The worst room in the game for Tuna. I hate those spikes so much.
And the game developers of this game was not nice. Like, put a moth that in a room with spikes and a moving floor.
To be fair, otherwise, as you have seen on the boss shuffle, full moth is not that hard. Otherwise, it feels more like Lightwood, the boss without the spikes and the moving.
It's a God Mire, and Plasma Kappa can't go mode this item. This dungeon. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So either in the cest or in the big cest are we gonna find that last item. Yeah, we should just say as it is with Muffler. It is not Muffler that is the boss. It is the environment that is the boss.
Yep. Come
like
on,
any
Scruff.
like any sort of World of Warcraft boss. But get your heights up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be, let it be. I'm hoping for a destiny. The master rank, it has appeared.
I mean, it's pretty funny. It's like the best boomerang in the game is on the is on pedestal, but I did not expect that at least.
If that is not a sign which boomerang is the better, then I don't know what it is. This is gonna be like one of those other Felix fossils, isn't it? Or Helix fossil.
Yeah, pretty much. All that hype for nothing.
I need to get the tears out of my eyes.
Well, since this was not a pedestal seat, I would say Plasma Kappa has like bailed out. That he skipped out the whole entire Thieves Town.
Yeah. At the same time, Mr. Scavini have found so many good items while he went for that pid. So
That is true.
I would still give advantage for him.
The only
But-
thing Scruff is lacking right now is boots and Quake and one sword. So
Yeah.
But where do Plasma Kappa go when he's done? It's gotta be Pyramid Fair, right?
Yeah, probably. It is a good play at this point in time.
Might go to Hookshot Cave and all Running Cave because we haven't seen Dark Death Mountain yet.
Yeah. But it was come to the fact that you don't want to go up the mountain more times than you need to. But,
True.
Oh, nice Scruffy, nice Scruffy. At the same time, 5th crystal for plasma.
The main question is, Scruff will get the boots here. Will Scruff do the same thing Plasma Kappa did and just go straight to Colster?
Yeah.
Because Plasma Kappa did skip out on 2 items here.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if Ice Rod was here all along. It would make sense, thinking about it, but it would be bad for Plasma Kappa at this point if it was here.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything about items being anywhere because it's a little bit awkward right now with that Fire Rod in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
But hey, Scruff got the boots. He's going to be able to move fast now.
He even has the mirror, so you can go the fast way. The question is he gonna do that? Yeah, he is. At least it's not gonna be a bomb dupe with the use of that mirror.
Well, let's see. Pyramid Fairy, 2 items. We only need 1 item because we know where the other item is. So is the Ice Rod here? Pretty please.
Possibly, yeah. Number 1, 50 rupees in number 2. Ice Rod! No modded.
So where do you go now, Plasma Kappa?
Yeah, here comes a big decision. Do you want to go up the mountain or do you want to go into the swamp?
I'm a little bit scared that Plasma Cup is going. Well, I mean, he can't really go that far in if he's lacking a Fire Rod.
Technically, he can.
Yeah, I mean, just depending on the key logic.
Yeah, with the killer, you could get all the way to Laser Bridge. And this is not the case where you can save the portal either.
Yeah, that's true because we already did Aghanim. Oh boy.
Well, still not even that because you have to use the mirror to enter swamp.
Oh yeah, true, true. Oh boy, this could be ugly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is what Scruff needs right now to be able to gain all those crystals.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Scruff is not doing what Plasma Kappa did and skipped out on those two items.
Yeah. Ether for the Third Rocks was only really an inconvenience with the Quake this seed.
Nothing good in Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, the only thing that could really help Plasma here potentially is Butter to have an even easier time fighting bosses. Oh, we got homework.
But I don't want to do homeworks. Oh, look at that sand card on Hookshot Cave.
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty hype.
Yeah, I guess so. And look at that, another bottle for Scruffy.
Alright, here we go. How far into Turtle Rock can you go, Plasma Kappa, without that Fire Rod?
Oh, have magic.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. So it was basically a nice quality of life palace today.
Yep, and Plasma Kappa got saved. We got a big key in the first chest of Turtle Rock.
Well, that's lucky for him. The seed could have been very much worse. So it's time for Spike Cave then instead.
I think he's going to check the Ether Tablet and then Spike Cave. Probably.
Yeah,
Right,
that seems about right.
Beautiful fight from Scruff here on Coldster, just abusing that Fire Rod.
Yeah, he's to be careful though. He might be copyrighted by Marco Bay for those explosions.
Ha, ha, ha.
Hey, I never said my jokes were good. So yeah, time for Scruffy to finish off pod. And Kappa, Plasma Kappa might think about doing Swamp now. At least you can see on Plasma Kappa's timer there that it will not be a PB today for him.
Yeah, not really.
Oh, he's
So
gonna
this
bomb
is for
first.
Plasma. And just waiting for getting that fire rod. It's cool, Plasma. You can wait. It's just the first chest here.
Yeah. But yeah, only piece of heart on the green pendant today.
Hey,
Oh
there's
no.
there's the other boomerang.
That actually makes this a really fun one because one of them was in ped, the other one was on a tablet. Both of the ones can be known about if you read some homework.
And Plasma Kappa is going to be in go mode in just a few.
Yep, he is gonna do that from Palace Dip. But as someone is pointing out, we have almost 100%ed this seed.
Yeah, and this is a fast cannon seed, and it's not been that fast.
It still have been
It
fast.
could have been, but it's just been weird locations from some of the items.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, at 1 hour, 21 minutes and 36 seconds, Plasma Kappa is in go mode!
He sure is.
And I need some water for my throat now. At the same time, Scruffy is right now going into pod to finish that one off. Right now, Scruffy really needs to just do King's Tomb.
Yeah, I think that could take a while because there's some locations he haven't checked out yet.
Yeah. At least he is gonna get his 5-6 crystals soon enough.
He's not that far behind. It's just those pendant locations that have brought him back a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this a save and quit to Sanctuary, Scruff? Yes, it is.
It is nice. No, not the flute! Not the flute!
Scruff? No.
Okay, thank God.
There we go. Now you can use the flute how much you want, Scruff. Go to your mire and clear out your desert, Scruff. Where are you going? Oh yeah, 1 grubs, true.
Yeah.
One last crystal for Plasma Kappa going back up to Rock.
Yeah. But at least Scruff is now on the progression.
Well, hopefully Scruff remembers that this is a 5-6 crystal, right?
I would assume he would. So, time for the second try of TR for Plasma.
It's pretty nice that Plasma Kappa got that early big key, at least.
Yeah.
This should be pretty fast. It's Tempered Sword. I mean, this dungeon is pretty nice now. You just need to like go moded, depending on the keys and all that stuff.
Yeah, it should be pretty quickly executed. However, we still have one more question. Do we get to skip Laser Bridge today?
I mean, hopefully we get to skip this bridge, because that's nothing you want to do after this seed, right?
Totally.
Nice.
1, 2, and 3.
Looks like for Scruff it's going to be a Master Sword with silvers.
Yeah, that is very nice. So, while we see Plasma Kappa here going through TR and Scruffy trying to figure out what Ice Rod is, how about a little bit of trivia?
Bring it on.
So, I'm gonna see if I find the one I found earlier. Here it is. During the game's development, walls you could destroy with bombs were initially ordered to be discovered through sounds. So, you know those cracked walls you can see?
Yeah, you can poke your sword against them.
Yeah, there were not gonna be any visual signs, only when hitting at them would you get a sound for it. It was, however, during playtest viewed to be too cryptic, so that was when they had it cracked.
That's why they're trying to trick you in Tower of Hera to blow up all the walls, right?
Totally, yeah. So yeah, it was gonna be the same as in Zelda 1, basically. And there was another thing also. During development, inspired by Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, Shigeru Miyamoto wanted to have a number of characters aside from Link that the player could use. He specifically wanted to do so with the third game in the series, since the first was released he wanted Link, a magic user, and a girl, likely a fairy to be used. The idea was left out during the development, keeping the playable characters limited to Link.
That's a lot of trivia.
Well, I have been saving some over the holidays.
But while we've been talking about trivia, we can actually skip out on that laser bridge.
Ooh, that is really, really nice.
So sadly, no laser bridge today.
Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Tempered against Trinex is the optional, so this is gonna be quick.
Shouldn't have any issues at all. But you never know, because Trinix is
Bad, I
Trinix,
said.
right?
Bad, I said. Bad, I said. Oh, it was in the link. In the link to pause, it was gonna be extra characters at first, but it took up too much memory space.
Beautiful execution from Plasma Cap on Trinix, and one mirror. Well, you can all just save and quit here, and you will be at the Ganon fight.
Guys, there's no beaking guessing game today because it's fast Ganon. We are gonna get bacon real quick today. If you want to guess something, guess the amount of warps if you're gonna want to throw up numbers.
I mean, they can still guess for the big key in GT, but you will never find it, so...
Yeah.
I mean, Plasma Kappa could have been, like, going to GT and, like, forgot that this is fast Ganon, but...
Yeah, apparently that was just a very calculated troll by our tracker today.
That's a lot of slashes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're already in phase 3.
Yeah, if you just give your, like, if you only have, like, temper sword, like, this fight is so free.
It truly is. Oh no, Silver, my true weakness! Yeah. And that was all the 4 silvers. Ganon is down.
That was a very fast Ganon fight.
Yeah, Plasma Kappa is gonna walk across that bridge. He is gonna finish out the first place here on the racing, but also in the race as Jenna with an official SL time of 1 hour 32 minutes and 22 seconds. GG!
Yeah, GG's to Plasma Kappa. Play this very beautiful. It was just that big old troll with the fire rod in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the devil, Kappa has joined us. GG, my good sir.
GG's.
So, that fire rod.
Well, that was like the last place I expected it to be. Because that is not the hammerlock part of Swamp.
Yeah.
Pretty funny that it was like that early on. You could have had it because you were the first one to be in that place of the world, getting that hammer first.
Yeah, I thought about it. Like, well, I could, but I could also not. So I had to go with not today. Because there's probably something in there, and it's like, well... But that early on, I wouldn't have been able to just mirror right out of the front of Swamp.
Yeah, that's true. Saving Swamp Palace that late was pretty good for you because you only need that fire rod because Mr. Scruff needed to did the whole entire Swamp Palace, so you only find that fire rod, so it didn't really save him that much time.
Oh, wouldn't think so. So now you suddenly know the rest of it is useless. Yeah, it'd feel kind of behind after that disastrous light world.
Yeah, that light world was not that friendly. Like, that was a lot of stuff you could do, but not the stuff you wanted to do, right?
Oh. I mean, usually a little bit on that, I guess sooner than that, but we got to use our lamp to get 2 major items, so I dug deep and found nothing.
Yeah, that was the Back of Escape was pretty loaded today.
We did also get to see Scruffy being very irritated when we find that hammer.
Oh dear.
So Scruffy did pod as soon as he got into the Dark World. Of course, he was locked out of that, and then he did the whole of Chief Town, and it was one item in the big chest. So when he found the hammer, he was really salty about it.
Yeah, well, I just got in the myth, so if the hammer is in Thieves Town back, I can get back here quickly, so I can just skip the rest of it and see if it's inside Dark World.
Yeah. And as we're seeing right now on stream, Scruffy is now also in go mode. His go mode item was that ice rod.
Yeah, it's not the rod I expected to find. Like, well, now what?
Yeah. this seed had a lot of loops thrown at you.
Oh yeah. Like, let's take it all the way over to the mire area. Get boots locked and quake locked out, then leave and immediately find both of them.
Yeah, we couldn't. We had to laugh a little bit when we saw that because we were like, "Oh, it's boots locked," and you got the boots in the first chest of Ice Palace, and then you found like just a few minutes afterwards the Quake medallion.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, think of behind. I get a major item in the front device, and like, yeah, I can just leave the rest of it. So I skipped like the rest device.
That was a pretty big gamble if it didn't really pay off, but it paid off for you, so that was pretty good.
And now, do you want to hear the funniest thing that happened in the seed?
Oh, which is it?
Mr. Scruffy Noodle got baited into the ped and did a ped pull, and he got the master meringue.
Oh yes.
That
Master
wonderful blue boomerang on ped.
Oh, he's all set for GT in this fast cannon seed.
Exactly.
Yes, undoubtedly.
Well, I guess you liked the seed after all. It wasn't that bad of a seed, right?
Yeah. I mean, the stuff is mostly in obvious places.
Yeah.
Maybe not Ice Rod, but that was a very tempting chain. At least I thought it was.
Yeah.
When you were looking for that fire rod, we were like, and you went into Turtle Rock, we were a little bit scared that you would be able to go to Laser Bridge without it.
Oh well, that usually doesn't happen, and it didn't, so it happens, it happens.
Yeah, that was a little bit scary.
More concerned about getting too far in and being isolated from Spike Cave. And the other tablet.
Yeah. What otherwise do you think of the seed?
Oh. Combat's easy. Aside from the bait light world, it's mostly take Always take the light plays unless you're the type who always goes pod after Aga. Which I wouldn't blame you for, since that's like the right choice 90% of the time for some reason.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'm gonna quickly look at the schedule because there's been a lot in the chat asking about what's else happening today. So, starting at 6:20 p.m., it is gonna be a tournament match between Kuhn and BBB Kermit. But then on 9 p.m., it is gonna be another daily race. It is another fast Ganon, but it is standard one happening at Speed Gaming 3. And at 9:30 p.m., it is another tournament match on Speed Gaming 2 between NY Rambler and Hackshaw. So make sure to not miss any of those 3 races. Yes, it is EST. Yeah, Tuna now heading into the maze of the TR. Does it have any better names, actually, Kappa? I guess not. But yeah, it was really nice that we get to skip laser. Tuna, what are you doing? Tuna, you don't need to do this.
I think Tuna is looking for a sword. Maybe.
Okay, I guess that is fair, but is he gonna find it here?
I mean, it is Laser Bridge, and there's like normally something there, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So,
Well, he got right.
And he
the
got some
bug
swag. Got some swag. But yeah, then I wonder where was the butter sword?
GT.
Very possible.
Or the big chest in T-Town.
Yeah.
I got some stuff to attend to. Very cool race, and thank you for all the people who put this on.
And thank you for entertaining us.
Oh, no problem.
GG's.
GG's.
Well, this is a painful fight with only Mass Sword.
Yeah, it certainly is. But he has done the first race, time for the second.
Ooh, be careful, Scruff.
He's taking a lot of damage.
Scruff?
It's really dangerous if you're making these slow circles, but he does it.
Stop playing with our hearts, Scruff.
Well, the two Goombas has defeated the Trinex, so it's time for the peak. No, Scruffy! No, 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 no!
No, Scruff.
Scruff!
Okay, he's going. Okay, he's going to. Oh, he's just going to check Hookshot Cave. Whew. Oh boy.
He's baiting us so hard.
Oh boy. I was like, did you forget it was like fast cannon, Scruff? No. No.
Please don't. Going going for the true old dungeons.
It's gonna be oops, all dungeon. I mean, if he would enter GT, at least we can play the guessing game, right?
For the sword or the big key?
For whatever he chooses to do. Like, if he's just looking for a sword or for a big key. Uh-oh.
Oh no, he's not saving quitting, Nilsson. Why is he not saving quitting?
Maybe he's going to check that ether tablet and maybe Spy Cave for a sword. Maybe? Okay. Whew. But wait, what?
Don't tell me he's floating to 4 and then going up.
Scruff. Okay, I guess you can do this as well. Saving that from 1.5 seconds from saving quitting now.
Yeah. Yeah, taking the scenic route.
Giving us our last tour of Dark World. At least he didn't go into GT. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you could say that the reason why we did this was that he wanted more health during the Ganon fight.
True.
Nice spin.
Oh, this is a good pattern.
It really is. He's tanking a lot in here though for get these hits.
Well, this is why Master Sword with Ganon fight is painful.
And he is in phase 2.
Oh, you need to be careful with your magic though. I don't think he has a potion, right?
Well, he did actually got the green goo from the big fairy, so...
Okay, that's good. I was like a little bit worried. And he has a lot of fairies, so it shouldn't be.
That was close.
Oh my god.
Please don't get hit.
I'm getting a little bit nervous here. I'm not going to lie.
He has no way to heal as well. That is what's scary here.
Oh no. Silver's. Oh. Sniped.
It could not do anything to skip that there. So he should just focus on getting the torch piece now.
And he got the corpse glitch. He really likes to be close as Firebat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ganon is in such position that he can only get singles.
But that's enough, because Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is making that Ganon explode.
Yeah, Mr. Scruffy Ninja has finished Ganon as well. He's gonna come in at 3rd place in the seed with 148.37. Meanwhile, our 2nd place today was Mughal-Shan with 142.15. GG.
GG's indeed, and that is all of our runners on the restream. Let's see if we can get in Mr. Scruff here. One short interview and see what Scruff felt about this one.
Yeah. And we are joined by Mr. Scruffy Ninja Tuna. GG.
Hey,
GG's.
jeez. That was a fun seed.
So, what did you think about the thing you pulled from pedestal?
Well, it was blue. So it was kind of what I was looking for.
But not the thing you wanted, right?
Nah, I was hoping for that ice rod. I was hoping that was the thing. I was like, okay, all the pendants are super easy accessible. I just got this hammer. I've already gotten Thieves Town and Tower of Hera. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Of course, it wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't really look that happy when you found your hammer.
No, that messed up my total plan. Okay, there was a reason why I decided to be all weird and then forego the Smith chain like right off the bat. Here's my thought. I was gonna go ahead and go complete Digging Game and Cave 45 and Stumpy and Hype Cave, and then round back, grab Jeremiah, go turn him in, grab the chest, use the mirror to go turn in the magic bat powder, and then float over and deliver Greg's lunchbox all in one fell swoop and be like, oh, maybe there's something unique on magic powder like hammer. But then no, hammer and Hype Cave ruined all of it.
Yeah, certainly did.
But you did find the fire rod first.
That was actually pretty cool. If I wasn't committing to the crazy ped pull, I probably would have just dipped out immediately after and done everything else. Because Ice Palace and Misery Mire and Desert were all at the top of my list. It's like, okay, I gotta do something to get ahead. This is Plasma Cap I'm going against, so I need a miracle anyway.
But I'm really happy that you pulled pedestal and we got Aghanim and we got pedestal. And for a short second, me and Angles were like super worried that we were going to dip into GT as well. We were like, Scruff, what are you doing?
I really dislike Master Sword, and for a moment I actually forgot that I had silvers. I was like, I'm not doing Master Sword silverless. I'm not. I'm at least getting tempered. And then after I pulled together, one of my subs was like, what are you doing, dude? It's like, oh right, I've got silvers. Never mind.
I mean-
so speaking of tempered,
Okay, where was it? Where did I miss it?
the frog.
Oh, damn it.
You know,
Yeah.
a vanilla tempered sword, that's cool, right? That's pretty cool.
I was right there too.
Yup.
Man, I was tempted. I was really tempted to actually go over to Ether Tablet. But then that's when I was like, oh, no, I'm fine. I'm cool. I can do this. It's all good.
I mean, if you dipped into GT, that you would have like won or hearts, because this is like a fast cannon, and you would have done Aghanim, you would have done Ped and GT. So I'm just saying that would have been pretty cool.
The holy triangle in fast gunning.
That's okay, too, because that same sub that was reminding me that I had silvers didn't realize it was a fast cannon. So she was like, yeah, you got this. Just go ahead and go to GT, grab your tempered, beat, Aghanim, and you'll be fine. And then I flew away, and she's like, what?
Why are you
Nice.
not doing Ag? Like, why are you not doing GT?
She's like, why? Why are you doing that?
No, like seriously, we got a little bit debated because when you did Hookshot K, we didn't really realize that you didn't do Hookshot K before Turret Rock, so we were like, are you really going to GT? Like, go away. Don't do this.
That would have been funny.
Was that why you did Laser Bridge? Because you could have skipped it this seed.
Yeah, that's why I did that. I realized that if I was going to get anything good, it was probably at Laser Bridge. And I got the net and a book, but still pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a funny seed, except for that light world, so...
Oh god, yeah. Did Plasma follow me, or did I follow Plasma and going immediately through the escape sequence to find the flippers and the flute?
You were
The
the
only
first one.
time, the only time you two were together were the 10 seconds difference in Aga Tower.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise, you two were on the opposite side of the world.
Good. I was hoping for that. Because I know Plasma, he's a really good streamer. Like, he's a good runner and all that. And I figure if he plays smart and I play super crazy stupid, it would be really entertaining for everybody.
Oh, it was very entertaining, I can tell you that much. Because when you dipped into Swamp Palace, he was in Pod, I think, or something like that. No, he was in Ice Palace. So when you found Fire Rod, he found the boots, and we were like talking about it, and we started to laugh because it was pretty stupid. So it was very entertaining to watch you two like going at it. So
That's
Very-
awesome.
very entertaining race.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys on the restream doing commentating and tracking all that fun jazz.
Well, we appreciate you for being on Restream because that's not an easy task because sometimes you play stupid. So
Are you still in any of the two tournaments?
Oh, nah, I ended up losing part of the losers bracket. I ended up losing against Relkin the first time, won the second time, and then lost to Relkin again afterwards.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
But that's okay. I'm glad that him and Gamachu were going through. They're good buddies of mine, and I figured it was fate that we all got in the same group, so I at least gave him a run for his money.
you sure did. You sure did.
Yeah, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out. I got some stuff I need to finish.
GG's,
Take
Mrs.
care.
Groth.
Thanks, guys. GG's.
So gonna quickly remind you guys of the schedule happening today. Coming up at 6 p.m. EST on Speed Gaming 2, it is gonna be the new Super Mario Bros. 3 N% tournament between Bronze Crack and Video. Coming up at 6:20 p.m. It is gonna be the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past randomized tournament between Kuan and BBB Kermit. Meet on Speed Gaming. On Speed Gaming 3 at 9 p.m. It is gonna be another daily race. It is also fast cannon, but it is gonna be a standard seed. Those are always entertaining. I think that is, as I said, on Speed Gaming 3. And coming up at Speed Gaming 2 on 9:30, it is gonna be NY Rambler versus Hacksaw in the Legend of Zelda Link to Past randomized tournament. So a lot of good things gonna be is happening tonight.
A lot of rando at least.
And of course, it is also the Zelda 1 Metroid 1 combo randomizer community race at 11:30. It just needs to get a dedicated channel.
Nice. That sums everything up here from us in Speed Game 1. Major thanks to our tracker Raylan Tankir and my co-commentator Angles. And from my part, I wish you all a good evening or good day, depending on time zones, that stuff.
Thank you guys.